How would you distinguish scenario planning from other ways of thinking about the future?
Yeah, it can be probabilistic. There's this quote by Donella Meadows, who was one of the early kind of people pioneering simulation and scenarios and decision making. She said, systems fool us by presenting themselves as a series of events. So I really like this insight. And I think this is really what scenario planning is about. It's not about predicting a particular future, it's more about trying to scratch at the system underneath the events to try to deduce what's sort of generating these events and get a better understanding of it. So a lot of what you do in scenario planning is look at the environment around you, like who are the major actors, what are the low level forces that are driving change. So these might be things like demographic trends, technological breakthroughs, environmental change, and we look at connections between those forces that are driving change and those actors. And this lets us sort of extrapolate ways that those things might collide to produce plausible scenarios, plausible outcomes. So these aren't predictions per se, they're kind of an exploration of things that could definitely happen because we have the evidence for them today. But probably in reality, maybe a facet of this scenario will come to pass or a facet of that scenario will come to pass. Where this ends up coming in useful from a strategy context is first you understand the system more deeply. So you can start to make interventions, find leverage points. Another might be that when you're making plans, when you're making strategies, you can kind of use these scenarios as like a wind tunnel to test your strategies, to see
Okay.
how robust they are to this or that sort of change. Like if this outcome happens, how do we do? Versus if that one happens, how do we do? This breakthrough happens, does our scenario actually hold up or not?
Right, and so is the idea then sometimes to say, okay, here's our strategy. Is it robust under all the different scenarios? And kind of like trying to kind of say, okay, we don't exactly know which one is going to occur, but if our strategy works for all of these, then we're in a reasonably good shape.